not saying that Missouri is going to go on this epic run with Beau Pribula and punch their ticket to the college football playoff in 2025. But they are making sure that the new quarterback has as many weapons as possible. We already talked about Gavin Hoffman coming on in from Iowa, and the Tigers went a little bit more, I guess would be eastbound. Would that be correct? To go land a player that knows the area very well, and Xavier Loyd from Illinois State. So let's go ahead and grade the move. Welcome on into SEC Unfiltered. It's Cole Thompson. Once again, like the video, hit the ring notification, and of course, subscribe to the channel because we're going to keep doing these live reactions to players who have committed in the spring transfer portal window, especially with programs that we know love our content. Make sure that also you download the podcast version of the show. Follow us on social media at SEC Unfiltered, at Mr. Cole Thompson, and check out all of our great work found at secunfiltered.com. And as always, this episode is brought to our friends over at FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com/SECU and join today with $250 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. So lay down $5 this weekend against any single NBA playoff game, any single NHL postseason game, or an MLB showdown of your selection. Win that bet. Get $250 in bonus bets. Sign up today at FanDuel.com/SECU. So Xavier Loyd initially started off his career at Kansas State, goes on over to Illinois State, and the last 2 years has become a pretty big fixture at the FCS level. What's really interesting about him is that he's going to Missouri, but there were a slew of other SEC teams that were very much interested in him. You talk to those around the industry, Oklahoma want to make a play for him. Louisville want to make a play for him. Texas was reportedly in the running. Kentucky was reportedly in the running. Multiple schools in the ACC, NC State, Syracuse, North Carolina, they all were interested in adding in Xavier Loyd. And now he's going to go back to a place that he knows very well, a location in the area of the country he knows very well, and probably be a contributor from day one. The second that he arrives on campus, he will have a significant role for this Tigers offense. Last season for the Redbirds, had 66 catches, 912 yards, and 6 touchdowns. There are a couple things that I really like about his game. If you go watch the film, it's on Twitter. It's going to be really hard to find the all 22, but you can find some clips. He does an exceptional job of playing with great footwork at the line of scrimmage. Now, what exactly does that mean? It means that he's winning his one-on-one battles. He's creating that separation from the second that a cornerback lines up against him. He has a good stutter step that allows him to work his way back to the outside and be a vertical threat. The way that I think Missouri wanted to use Marquise Johnson last year is a way that they can use Xavier Loyd this year and really have a good finite feel for what he provides for this offense at an extremely quick rate. The other thing is that he is a vertical presence. When you look at his numbers and when you look at the tape, he does a great job of creating those opportunities for explosive plays, those 18-yard comebacks, those 15-yard post patterns, those 19-yard out routes, those vertical presence, 50 yards down the field. Multiple times you saw the Redbirds go after Xavier Loyd in one-on-one man coverages, and he was winning that battle. Now, what does he provide for a team like Missouri? Probably really solid depth, but also an opportunity to let your younger players get a little bit more comfortable working in the system, whether it be one of the new freshmen that's coming on in, whether it be a guy like Joshua Manning, whether that be a guy like Marquise Johnson, whoever it is, you can feel pretty good about them taking another step forward in their progression because a guy like Loyd is going to pair alongside with Kevin Coleman on the outside or in the slot and add more targets for Beau Pribula. The thing that is so critical about a move like this, it's not that you're taking him away from other SEC teams, whether it be Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Arkansas for that matter, Kentucky, Florida if they want to get into the mix. You're adding in more weapons for Beau Pribula. I have very high hopes that Pribula can be as advertised when he was coming out of high school. And you look at the athleticism that he provides. It's a nice niche fit for what Kirby Moore wants to do. But he's a young quarterback. Young quarterbacks need to have stability and feel like that they can trust their weapons to get on open. With a guy like Xavier Loyd, you're getting a player with 3 years of FBS football experience and 2 years of SCS football experience where he was a major difference maker for a Redbirds team that felt like its offense was clicking at the right time. And he's had multiple 100-yard games. So what does that mean? he can be a quality contributor for your offense from the second that he touches down. You pair him alongside with what you have in Brett Norfleet at tight end, what you're getting in with Gavin Hoffman at tight end, what you're bringing in the run game, especially with Armand Hardy coming on in from Louisiana Monroe, what you're getting in my apologies, what you're getting in a great wide receiver room with Kevin Wilson. Everything that you see about this Missouri offense is taking that next step forward. Now, the question is, can it all gel together by the time that we get to the end of camp? But let's go ahead and grade this move. As you know, with our evaluation sheet, Elite, All League, winnable plus, winnable minus, and Jag. Elite and Jag are basically out of the conversation. 90% of the time, you're not going to be able to see that job get done. But All League, winnable plus, winnable minus, All League, can you be that guy that changes the entire trajectory of a program? Winnable plus, can you add at least one win to your resume because of the addition of a player? And winnable minus, is this a guy that's going to be a weapon for your team or a contributor for your team or somebody that you can trust will take that step forward, but maybe isn't the reason why your team is winning? For Xavier Loyd, I'm going to be a little bit on the cautious side here and go winnable minus. Kevin Coleman is the guy that I believe is going to be wide receiver number one. And I think he's going to hit immediately because if he is going to embrace that role that Luther Burden lost. But you needed somebody else to add on the outside for Beau Pribula to feel comfortable. That's where a guy like Xavier Loyd, I think, can easily come into situations and have a pretty big time role from the second that he touches down. He can line up on the outside. He can play in the slot. His stutter step motion allows him to win his one-on-one battles. And then, of course, you look at Missouri's schedule just in general. If he has one or two breakout games where he's getting 6 or 7 catches for 75 yards, it's going to eventually force defensive backs to have to reprimand and put him on his own little island. So what does that do? It opens up more plays for a Kevin Coleman. It opens up more plays for a Brett North. It opens up more plays for a Marquise Johnson, for one of your freshmen, for potentially a Joshua Manning. And now you have another face, another target, and another playmaker to put Beau Pribula in a great, comfortable position. I do not believe Xavier Loyd is going to be a household X-factor type of guy that you see transcend Missouri's offense. I don't. That doesn't mean he can't be a significant role player. Think of Silas Bolden last year at the University of Texas, a name that probably got a little bit overhyped by yours truly. I have to admit that. But still had a significant role at times for what the Longhorns wanted to do in punching their ticket to the college football playoff. He's not a name that you're going to remember as a great legend in Austin, but he is a name that did contribute to helping Texas punch its ticket into the postseason. Maybe that's what you're getting with Xavier Loyd. Somebody that's going to get you 40 catches, 475 yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns, and open up the passing attack while Beau Pribula gets more comfortable. And in that scenario, that's a win in itself. And it's an also major win that, again, programs like Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and you could even probably throw in like a South Carolina at this point. They all could use some wide receiver help. But Loyd wants to be a part of the Tiger Connected. Loyd wants to be a part of the MIZ culture. And maybe that's a win in itself just because of Missouri. It's showing its cards. We are a player now underneath Eli Drinkwitz. Like the video, hit the ring notification, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, this video is brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook is here for every single moment. The app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. If you don't already have an account, FanDuel offers great promotions every day to all users, whether it be profit boost tokens, new features like a parlay hub, build your own same-game parlay, or from one of our famous popular SGP already made in the parlay hub for you. And right now, if you win your first $5 bet, you're going to get $250 in bonus bets. If you haven't signed up, make sure you go visit FanDuel.com/SECU to join today. That's FanDuel.com/SECU to get into the action with offers you won't want to miss. Disclaimer: must be 21 and present in select states or 18 plus and present in DC. First real line, all wager money only. $5 first deposit is required. Bonus issued with non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online gambling sports wagering in Kansas under the agreement of the Kansas Star Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FANDUEL.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit mdgamblinghelpline.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Make sure that you download the podcast version of the show. Follow us along on social media. That way you don't miss out on any of the content surrounding the transfer portal. Make sure you're following me at Mr. Cole Thompson and check out all of our great work found at secunfiltered.com. Until next time, folks, I am Cole Thompson. M-I-Z. You getting the playmaker for Beau Pribula. That, my friends, is a win in itself. Peace.